Hi, I'm Miss Meli, and I'm adopted. Some of you watching might be adopted. Some of you might have someone in your family or community who is adopted. And some of you might just be learning about adoption for the first time. And wherever you are now in the right place. Welcome to Little Bites of Adoptee Thoughts. Now let's talk about adoption. What is adoption? Welcome to Little Bites of Adoptee Thoughts. Adoption is when a child is born to one family, and through a legal process, another family becomes responsible for raising and caring for them as their child. Adoption does not happen the same way for everyone. Sometimes the first parents who had the baby make a plan before the baby is born and choose a family to raise their child. They often use the help of an adoption agency, but they also can choose someone they know or are getting to know. Sometimes a child is cared for in foster care for a while and then is adopted by the family taking care of them. And it's important to note that children enter foster care for a variety of reasons. In an ideal adoption, adults are working together to help decide what is safest and best for a child. There are many reasons for adoption. Sometimes adoption is chosen because the biological parents are too young to care for the babies. Sometimes the parents do not have enough money to provide the care and resources the baby needs. Sometimes the biological parents decide this on their own, and sometimes other adults encourage them to choose adoption to give the baby what they often describe as a better life. In other situations, children may be placed for adoption because the courts have agreed that the birth parents are unable to parent them in a safe and healthy environment. In these situations, children can be cared for by foster parents or kinship placements. In kinship placements, the carers are typically family or friends that are close with the children. It is important to remember that keeping a first family together when safe to do so is typically what is in the best interests of the child. But unfortunately, right, Mac, that is not always possible. So when the adoption process is finalized, the adoptive parents become the children's legal parents. This means that they can make all the important decisions for that child, like choosing which school they go to, public or private school, deciding with a doctor on which medications are best for them, or approving surgery if it is needed. When this process is completed, the first parents or the biological parents are no longer the child's legal parents, which means that while they can have an opinion on these types of decisions, the adopted parents have the final call. Adoptions may seem simple, but they can be complicated for everyone involved. But it is really, really important to support the child first, the adoptee. Remember that children can have many different emotions about their own adoption story and adoption as a much larger system. Because while we each have our own unique story being an adoptee, not everyone's is the same. Some kids might feel happy that they are adopted. Some feel confused. Some feel sad. And some can even feel angry. Some people can feel all of those things at the same time. Just remember that all of those feelings are okay. There is no wrong way to feel about your adoption story. And if you're adopted, remember that your story matters. You can learn, pay for you to learn it little by little in your own time. Go at your own pace. Remember to ask questions and remember to take your time with feelings. Thank you for joining me today for Little Bites of Adoptee Thoughts. We'll talk more soon.